It's time for Angels baseball. Tonight from the Big A, the Angels get set to wrap up a three-game series against the division foe, the Texas Rangers. Angel fans coming out to the Big A. Not a whole lot of home games remaining here at Angel Stadium. Terry Smith along with Mark Gubasar. Pleasure to be with you here for Wednesday Night Baseball. Mark, the Angels pitchers have been doing a good job, especially the Angels bullpen. The Angels have won 2 of their last 3 games by the score of 1-0. We've seen a lot of relievers in all of those games, and we saw a lot last night.
Yeah, Terry, really, when you think about it, it was a special night, historic night in Major League Baseball for the Angels in that game. 8 different pitchers used. Take a look at our Kia drive to success. 8 pitchers used by Mike Socha's club last night. A bullpen day for the Max. Go out there, just 2 hits or less in a shutout. First time in Major League history able to accomplish that. Each pitcher came into the game, Terry, last night. I'll tell you what, they attacked the strike zone. Their fastball command was very good. Got ahead of the count. Their secondary pitches from their breaking ball to their changeups throughout the entire game was excellent. The defense behind them, very good too. So when you got guys throwing a lot of strikes, working very quickly, the defense behind them, outstanding plays. What a game that was to win that one 1-0.
Yeah, we're seeing a new closer lately for the Angels, Ty Buttrey. Well, tonight it will be a matchup of the Angels and the Rangers. Giovanni Gallardo will get the start for Texas. Felix Pena will be on the hill for the Angels. We'll have the lineups and the start of tonight's game. It's coming up next on Fox Sports West.
Get a fast free quote and see how much you can save. And by your SoCal Mazda dealers.
Back at the Big A as we get ready for the wrap-up game of this 3-game series, the Angels and the Texas Rangers, on a very pleasant night for baseball here this evening at Angel Stadium. The lineup cards have already been exchanged. And we see the Angels starting pitcher Felix Pena. Mark done a great job since he went into the rotation.
Oh, you think about what he has done over his last 5 starts, in which he's going deep in the ball games. 3 times 6 innings. The last 2 times out, 7 innings pitched. 32 innings total in those 5 starts with 33 strikeouts for Felix Pena. He has really adjusted to the starting rotation. I'll tell you what, he has that attitude. He wants to be in there deep in the ball game, and Mike Scioscia's rewarded him by allowing him to go deeper and deeper each game.
Yeah, he's a good competitor, and he certainly put himself on the radar screen for 2019.
Oh, he has. I mean, when you think about it, his fastball is a very good one. It's going to be 91, 95, and it's a power sinker. And he'll also throw a 4-seam fastball. His curveball has been great. His swing and miss rate on his curveball very good. His changeup has been solid also. That's a very important pitch for him, for that little separation between his fastball and his changeup.
Well, as you know, the Angels have only 17 games remaining. It's nice to see the way the club is playing right now. The Angels have won 5 of the last 6. 9 and 5 in the last 14, and at this stage of the season you could go one way or the other, and the Angels are at least trending upward right now.
Especially when you think about a couple of these wins of late, 1-0 victories. That's not easy to do. You have to do everything really well. You have to defend well, you have to get some clutch hitting and outstanding bullpen work. We saw that last night for sure. We saw it even closing out the game in Chicago, where Andrew Heaney starting was very dominant himself.
Already 3 of the other teams in the AL West have wrapped up their games today. The Astros keep on rolling. They won in Detroit 5-4, and Houston has won 3 in a row. They're 10-1 in their last 11. Meantime, the Oakland A's, they keep on rolling as well. They shut out Baltimore tonight in Baltimore. They'll still have another game left in that series tomorrow. The A's have now won 6 in a row. Meantime, Seattle lost at home in a day game to the Padres 5-4. Seattle got a run in the bottom of the 9th, but not enough, and their playoff hopes in the American League are certainly slipping right now.
Yeah, that drought to make the postseason is going to, looks like it may continue for Seattle since that magical year when they won well over 100 games.
Yeah, looks like 17 straight years. Now time for the Rangers starting lineup, and let's take a look at it. It's brought to you by City National Bank. They do have some of their regulars back in there. Chu is back in the lineup tonight. He'll be leading off. Also, the bottom part of the order, Torino has had a night off last night. He'll be catching and batting 8th. Ronald Guzman, their first baseman, he came in late in last night's ball game. He is in their starting lineup as well. And Jeff Bannister, the manager for the Texas Rangers, hoping that his club can finish up strong. Starting pitcher Felix Pena tonight.
Yeah, 2-4. That's a receiving record. He's throwing the ball much, much better than his record. 4.04. His 73 strikeouts and 75 2/3. My go-tos for Felix to be successful tonight against the Texas Rangers, and their very deep lineup they're putting out here tonight is confidence in that off-speed. That's whether it's his changeup or even his curveball. But really, for me, that bread and butter, run that 2-seamer in and away throughout this entire game. Get a lot of quick outs with that 2-seamer, get some soft contact, some ground ball action, and when you get ground ball action with this infield, it's going to be made a play against it.
Well, let's see how the Angels will look defensively here tonight, and not really too much as far as changes from last night other than behind the plate. Arcia is there, Frankie Arcia, and the Angels also have Taylor Ward back in the lineup. Cowart was at third base, made some nice plays last night, and Ward will get the start for the Angels at third base. So we are just about ready to go here at the Big A. Angels and the Texas Rangers. The Angels have had solid success against Texas this year, 9-6 against them, and 4-2 against them here at the Big A. And these two teams will also have another series coming up near the end of this month here at Angel Stadium, the 24th through the 26th.
And this defense has been great as far as turning double plays. 155 double plays turned. That leads the majors in that category. The Angels have not led the American League in that category since 1990.
Angels have a shot to set an all-time record for the club, a franchise record as far as fewest errors in the season. Here's a bouncing ball hit to who else? Fletcher over there at second base. He had a lot of plays in last night's game, and Chu is the first out.
And my Hyundai key for this game tonight for the Angels, be successful and win this series against Texas. Got a little pit bull for you today. T. Smith, give me everything. That means great defense, great pitching, and some timely hitting. Be able to win this series and get back to that 500 mark.
Mr. Worldwide.
You are Mr. Worldwide, Terry Smith.
There is Odor getting ready to bat now. You always Work it in when I'm here next to you. Nicely done. So Pena on the hill. Already gotten a quick out. 2 pitches. Got Chu, and the first one here on Odor. He takes it for strike 1. Outfielders kind of bunched for the Angels, playing off the lines. Calhoun and Upton at the corners. Trout is straight away in center. Ward over there at third base. In a bit. Cross from the bag. No bouncer foul first base side.
And you can see Odor's trying to slow down the pace of Felix Pena. He's a very quick worker. And you'll see that on occasion for hitters when they notice that, when they're trying to see a pitcher get into a quick rhythm, trying to step out and slow down the pace. I was never a big fan of that one when they slowed it down like that.
Here's one that is chased and missed. The ball bounced in, picking it up, firing to first to complete the strikeout will be Arcia. So that is out number 2.
And let's take a look. We Make It Easy, brought to you by SoCal Toyota. The defense for the Angels, especially on that ground ball, that soft contact, the range for Fletcher, for Cowart last night. What an outstanding play that was. A game-saving play at third base on the back end. Anthony Simmons, well, just dipped it goal. Got rid of that baseball so quickly. And the last out of the game, a ground ball over Cowart, and a ground ball already tonight at this infield. It's been outstanding.
Andrews at the play now with 2 away, and he takes a slider, strike 1. Felix Pena in some of his starts this season has had early inning trouble. So far, no problem here, retiring the first 2. That one just missed. Adrian Johnson is the home plate umpire.
See how that baseball is right on the hitters. Smooth with his delivery. Felix Pena stays on top of the baseball. Good late movement. Gets that arm in that real good slot. Last 5 starts, 2.81 ERA, 6+ innings in all those starts over the covered 5 games.
That one goes back foul. View level out of play. The Angels have had some success, Mark, the last 2 seasons converting relievers to starters, and usually it goes the other way.
Yeah. J.C. Ramirez was great
year.
last year. Yes, You're right, Terry.
And Felix Pena, pleasant surprise this year. And there is a good off-speed pitch. Slider gets Andrews. Pair of strikeouts. We go to the bottom of the first. Gallardo, the starter for the Texas Rangers. He actually began the year with the Reds. Angels lineup tonight. You see Arcia behind the plate. Taylor Ward back in the starting lineup. Other than that, looks like the top 7 the same they were last night for the Angels.
Gallardo on the mound. He's an 8-game winner this season, 8-4 with an ERA combined, 6.22 ERA. My go-to is to be successful against Gallardo today, especially because he's a pitcher that pitches better behind in the count. Is you got to hit fastball strikes. You got to make sure you bring it in the strike zone, and when you do, capitalize and drive that fastball out of the yard, and also be ready for some hanging breaking balls. So that's what he'll do on occasion. Also, hang that slider and curveball out over the plate.
Cole Calhoun to lead it off. Goes after the first pitch and bounces this one onto the outfield grass where Odor, the second baseman, was positioned, and he throws out Cole Calhoun. Quick out. Defensively for the Rangers tonight, they have Guzman back at first base. Profar's over at third tonight as Beltre is DHing. They have Chu back in the outfield mix. He's in left field this evening. Trinos is back behind the plate. Those are the changes from last night.
Speaking of Chu, out in left field, his 23rd start, 31 starts in right field. Back in 2010, had a career high 14 outfield assists. So he does have a very good throwing arm out in the outfield, especially when he was in right field. More so, I think he could try to take that extra base out in left field.
Chu this year became an all-star for the first time at age 36. Fletcher batting for the Angels. .278 batting average for the Angels second baseman. Pitch was framed there by Chirinos, and it's a 2-1 count.
Gallardo's fastball is 90-94, slider, curveball, and changeup.
There's one that caught the outside part of the plate. Tapper hit the third, charging and barehanding his Profar, makes a bad throw, and it gets by the first baseman Guzman, and that ball goes back out of play. So Fletcher is going to get an extra base. He's allowed to go up to second, and the Angels have a runner in scoring position.
Wonderful, get a hit and an error on that throw. Notice a flat-out error by Profar. Using the bare hand, looked like he had a shot him at a first base, but that throw towards the runner, difficult play for a first baseman. Especially a left-handed throwing first baseman as that runs in towards the runner going down the line. Difficult play for a first baseman. And able to catch that baseball, and Fletcher in scoring position now for Mike Trout.
So that's going to go down as a two-base error. Trout looks at the first one, and that pitch is in there, a first pitch fastball. Mike Trout's hot. 11 hits his last 16 times up. Third in the league in batting now, .318 average.
Also 4 for 7 in his career versus Gallardo. It's a .571 batting average.
Angels have not done well in this series with runners in scoring position, and Fletcher there, and the pitch on Trout, and he hits one deep out into left field, but out on the warning track is Chu, and no tag on that one there by Fletcher. He was about halfway to third base, and by the time Markey gets back to second, he has no chance, even though that ball was out on the track.
Well, the thing is, you try to do as a base runner, even though the rookie season for David Fletcher, very good instincts, but this is a ball right here that's hit well, even though it's off the plate, enough to keep it in the ballpark. As a base runner, you go right back to the base. If he doesn't catch this, you're going to score anyhow. But if you get there to third base, you take away a potential break a ball in the dirt with a man all third as compared to being at second. A little bit of a mistake there for David Fletcher as far as getting back to the base and tagging up and getting the third.
Ohtani batting now, 2 outs. He cuts at the first pitch, fouls that fastball behind the plate.
Notice Trinos was giving that hand signal to Guzman that he might pull that ball because it was inside part of the plate. We saw that a lot with Martin Maldonado as far as tipping a corner infielder where the pitch may be located.
Ohtani, a couple of hits in the series. He's driven in a run, has a chance for an RBI here. Fouls another one off to the view level out of play. Upton would be the next batter. No shift on with Ohtani batting here and a runner at second. Fastball missed high.
And we saw last night similar count after a high fastball. The pitcher came in with a changeup. Little fade changeup down and away. Gallardo has a good changeup. A little over 12% of his pitches are changeup. This might be the time you might see it.
Ohtani fouls that one off.
Ohtani would love to see that fastball. And when you think about numbers for Ohtani this year versus a fastball, he's been very good. His batting average of .315 versus fastballs this season. So he's ready for a fastball.
Next pitch again fouled back. This one just above, ricochets back down to the box seats. Fan gets a souvenir. 76 degrees at game time on this Wednesday evening at the Big A.
Ohtani's been really good in these situations. .407 batting average with runners in scoring position and 2 outs this season.
There's one there that he chases, and that was a changeup that got him, struck him out. The inning is over. Angels leave a runner at second. No score as we head to inning 2. .2019 with Angel season seats. For more info, call 888-796-HALO or visit angels.com/season seats to become a 2019 season seat holder. So here is Mazzara to lead things off for the Rangers. Second inning underway. First pitch is a slider inside. Pena retired 3 in a row with a couple strikeouts in the top of the first. Two 2-0 the count. No shifting right now for the Angels. 2 infielders on each side, although Ward is way across from third base. There's a little bouncer on the right side and just out of the diving reach of Fletcher. That one will roll out to Cole Calhoun, and that is the first hit of the night for Texas.
And the theme there was because behind in the count, Mazzara could sit on a fastball. Very good hitter. He uses the entire field very well. Not easy to get anything by this infield, especially David Fletcher, the way he's been playing of late, just under his glove for a leadoff single. Great effort by Fletch again.
Zara picks up a hit.
So here's Beltre, who the Angels have held him in check so far in the series. Takes strike one.
Definitely a double play candidate, though. And Felix Pena's had 6 double plays turned behind him this season. That's a good pitch.
That was a sinker just a little bit off the plate.
That's the type of pitch you can get that ground ball double play. Mentioned how many double plays the Angels have turned, 155 of them this season.
Pitch is low, 2-1. Beltre in his career 474 home runs. And he has had his share of those against the Angels, 47 of them. Hits this one into left center, but they're waiting. Making the grab is Upton. He haven't played just right. That's the first out. Profar getting his first at bat tonight. Switch hitter, a guy that has played a lot of positions for the Rangers this season. Felix Pena started off the game throwing strikes. Back in the first inning, he threw 10 pitches, 9 strikes. Here's one popped up foul down the left side. Ward is chasing, but Upton is going to come over and make a nice running grab for the out.
That's pretty good range for
real good.
Jay Up to be able to cover that much ground and run that one down. See where he's situated and how far he's got to go to get to this baseball. A full sprint, quick look up to see where the wall was going to be. The padding, he runs over, makes a play just before going up against the wall.
It was hit so high that it gave Upton enough time to charge over there, make the grab. 2 outs. Here's Gallo. Pitch bounces in. Good block on that one right there by Frankie Arcia, the catcher, and no advancement by Mazzara.
Break a ball in the anticipation of baseball in the dirt. Perfect technique. Glove turned the right way. Keep those shoulders square. Keeps it in front, even though you're going to have different spin from a breakable in the dirt as compared to a fastball.
Arcia took that one right off the center of the chest protector. Nicely done.
Take a look at our StatCast AI powered by AWS. The infield situated, especially where Fletcher's playing with Joey Gallo at the plate. 75% of the baseballs hit are going to be on the ground or in the air to that side of the field. You got Fletcher playing deep in that outfield grass. Very difficult count now.
Pitch is sliced foul back to the seats down the left side. Torinos would be up next for Texas. Foul back to the screen. 2-2.
There was another no-hitter going on in baseball. The Minnesota Twins against the Yankees, but Bird breaks up Odorizzi's no-hitter in the 8th inning with 1 out. We remember that well.
Yep.
Last night.
A lot more pitchers involved. Here's one that's fouled off on the left side, out of play.
Well, Gallo can take a healthy cut. He is super strong, but also susceptible to a swing and miss. See if we can get him to chase a breaking ball now out of the strike zone.
Gallo ranks in the top 10 in the American League in homers, walks, and strikeouts. Takes that one low. The runner breaks for second. The throw is going to be late, and it skipped off the glove of Simmons. Fletcher there to back it up. So Mazzara now in scoring position with 2 outs.
That breaking ball in the dirt. Pretty good job by Mazzara to read that one. Good secondary lead. Kept in front pretty well by Arcia. See that secondary lead going, committed to going at that point. Slides into scoring position now for Gallo.
And there is one chased and missed, and he fooled him with a slider, struck him out. The inning is over. They leave a runner at second. No score. Bottom of the second we go. A little bit earlier tonight, Ralph Lawler announcing earlier today that he will enter his 40th and final season as the voice of the Clippers. That will be at the end of this upcoming season. And he joined the Clippers in the team's very first year in California in 1978. He has a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And we even remember him back to our youth in Philadelphia. He used to call games different times for the Phillies, the Flyers, and the 76ers.
Even Big Five basketball at the Palestra.
And so we certainly wish him the very best. And the Clippers will conclude the regular season. They'll have a Ralph Lawler night at Staples Center. And fans will have a chance to get a Ralph Lawler bobblehead that night as well.
We will have to buckle our seats.
You got it.
A bingo.
And Upton, who leads things off, is a strikeout victim here to start things off in the Angels' second inning. 3-pitch strikeout, so Gallardo gets his second of the night.
That is the Lawler's law. When they get that 100 points, it's the law.
You got them all down.
Yes. Watching quite a few Clipper games over the years.
Yep. Andrelton Simmons is the batter, and he is taking, and that one is in there. So Gallardo has come out here throwing strikes in this bottom of the second. Pitch a little bit low, and it's now 1-1. No shift on with Andrelton batting, and he lines one the opposite way. That's going to fall in. The Angels' first hit of the night, 1-out single.
It's a real good swing and approach by Simba. Now let's take a look at our tools of the trade, brought to you by Ram Trucks. Fernandez coming to the plate, and last night what he did, his first career home run, first Angel ever to hit his first career home run, and the team wins 1-0. A lot of firsts last night, and the silent treatment before Mike Trout says hello.
So here is Fernandez.
And that was the first hit by the Angels since that home run last night.
Yeah, the Angels
so
almost
we bring it
went
all
a
together.
whole game
Yes.
without a hit.
Yes, we bring it all back.
Yep. Two times in the last 3 games, the Angels have won 1-0. Here's the pitch, and that one is low. In fact, the Angels coming into tonight had scored a total of 4 runs in the last 3 games, but had won 2 of the 3. So about the only way you can do that is to shut out the other team, and the Angels have had a pair of shutouts the last 3 games.
Mike Scioscia really has utilized the bullpen during that stretch.
There's a big cut and a miss at that one by Fernandez. And mentioning the bullpen, we might see another bullpen game tomorrow in the opener of the Seattle series.
That's what we're hearing for sure. Talking to Parker Bridwell today. He says he feels great. He might be involved in that one tomorrow.
Wouldn't be surprised.
There he is. Parker Bridwell getting ready, feeling good. Good to see him back. He was excellent last season for the Angels.
Good competitor.
Yep.
Pitch a little bit low. And it's been kind of a wasted year this year for Bridwell. Had issues with his elbow, had some arthroscopic elbow surgery, had the stem cell injections. It's not too many innings for him at all this season.
Yeah, when he took the mound last year, you felt pretty comfortable the Angels were going to get a W.
Wow. Simmons drawing a little attention over at first base. A toss there. He got back.
Simmons is 1 stolen base from double figures in stolen bases this season again.
Not going, and the pitch, and that one is a swing and a miss. Struck him out. The catcher Chirinos fired up to second base, thinking that Simmons was going to try and steal the base. He didn't, but another strikeout in the inning. 2 are gone, and here is Taylor Ward.
So far, so good as far as the changeup for Gallardo. See that grip? It's been a very effective pitch. 3 of his strikeouts, all so far on that pitch. He's been able to mix that one in very good.
First one outside on Taylor Ward. We saw Gallardo last year for Seattle, so he's kind of making his tour of the AL West now. Here's one on the outside part of the plate. One. It's low and away. So 2 balls and 1 strike. No shift on, although the second baseman Odor is shaded a bit towards second. Outfield is playing Ward a bit the opposite way. Not very deep, though, the outfielders. Next one is low, so it's a 3-1 count. Ward gets on. The Angels catcher Frankie Arcia waiting on deck.
Chirinos has given up his fair share of stolen bases against him, but Gallardo's pretty quick. Knows what he's doing as far as slowing down a running game. Holds the ball well. We'll mix in a slide step. I mean by a slide step, the normal leg kick, and then you have that slide step, you shorten it up and quicker to the plate. Those are timing off for the runner and even the hitter when you utilize a good quality slide step.
Next pitch hit hard but foul down the left side. Ward jumped on that pitch but fouls it off, so counts full. Angels homestand continues tomorrow night. Seattle in town. Opener of a 4-game series. That one is high, and that's ball 4.
That's a pretty good take. Taylor Ward has shown pretty good patience at the plate.
The walks have been an issue for Gallardo this season. That is his 40th walk. And this year he's pitched just over 78 innings. So that's a high figure for that few number of innings pitched.
He doesn't give in. He's trying to get a hitter to swing at a non-strike a lot. He'll be on the corners both inside and outside. All 4 quadrants of the strike zone, but he tries to avoid the middle of the plate. Doesn't quite have that stuff to challenge the middle part of the plate too often. Early in his career he did.
And you look inside his numbers, Mark, and he's actually done a lot better against left-handed hitters than right-handed hitters. About a 100-point difference.
Yeah, he can utilize his changeup more against lefties.
That's high and outside. 1-1. Well, the Angels got Fletcher to second in the first inning, couldn't get him in, and now have runners at first and second here with 2 outs, trying to get the game's first run. And that one is low.
That's a pretty good pitch. A little bit low though. Hard slider. Yeah, late break to it. Could have been called a strike.
Gallardo has already thrown 20 pitches here in the inning, and now backing out of the box is Arcia. Cole Calhoun would be up next.
Arcia's really hit well here at the Big A. 400 batting average. All 3 home runs here.
He lines this one down the right side, and that is a fair ball. That's going to give the Angels their first run, maybe another. Second runner is being waved home, and that is Ward, and he scores. And Arcia, you mentioned he likes to hit here at the Big A. He just doubled in a pair. 2-0 Angels.
And 4th double, now 17 RBI. 15 of his 17 RBI this season happened here at the Big A. With that swing at the lower part of the strike zone, it's our top tier play brought to you by Arco. That was a changeup, didn't get it away. It's been very effective when it's away. The inside part of the plate hooks it right down the line. The speed of Taylor Ward will be able to score all the way from first base after picking up that 3-2 walk. Just inside that chalk line.
And you always love those runs coming with 2 outs, and maybe even more when you get that production from the bottom part of the batting order. Here's Cole Calhoun. Takes a strike.
15 RBI at home for Arcia in 11 home games.
He was 1 for his last 23 before the double here with 2 outs to bring in a pair.
So some pretty good production out of that catching position. Joe Hudson last night, what a job he did defensively. Calling that game, and a chance for magic as far as a no-hitter with 8 different pitchers.
Yep.
Combining in a shutout. How about that? Your first start in the major leagues as a catcher. That's the game you have.
Yeah. 1-1 is the count. And the next pitch, Cole Calhoun takes that one. It caught the inside corner. He's not too happy with that call. You were mentioning Hudson, and talking to Mike Socia, we know Hudson played his college baseball at Notre Dame. He was a teammate of Matt Socia.
Yes.
They were teammates at Notre Dame, and Matt Socia was originally a catcher as well.
Yes.
Matt a little bit older than Joe Hudson, but some ties even before he became an Angel, as far as Mike Scioscia and the third Angel catcher. Calhoun goes down on strikes, but the Angels get two. It's 2-0 Angels. We go to the third. Fans join the Angels for Ducks Night. It's coming up on Friday when the Angels take on the Seattle Mariners in Game 2 of the 4-game series. Game time Friday, 7 o'clock. Fans in attendance will receive a celebratory duck call right on cue, Mark, while supplies last. For information on Ducks Night, visit angels.com/promotions. Have to use that if the Angels hit a home run, have the duck call part of the home run call.
All right. For you, the world, Mr. Worldwide.
That's number 2 of the night. Chirinos is the batter. Not that I'm keeping score.
No, you're not doing that.
There's a shot right up the middle, and that is going to drop in for a hit.
Second inning in a row, a leadoff hit against Felix Pena.
That's the first hit in the series for Chirinos. Their 9-hole hitter, Ronald Guzman, will be the next batter. You look at the Texas lineup, and you would think they would be a better hitting team than they are. They're next to last in the American League in batting, .242 batting average.
Yeah, they're up there thinking in terms of trying to drive the ball out of the ballpark.
There's one that's taken for a strike. Pena looking in for the sign. That one a little bit low for a ball.
When you look at Felix Pena so far this season, really, when there's always an inning in every pitcher, really, they'll struggle. But it's the third inning, for whatever reason, for Felix Pena, that's been a tough one for him. He's given up his fair share of his runs in this inning. So he'd love to be able to put up a 0, especially after the offense gave him a 2-run lead.
2-1 is the count. Even though the Rangers are next to last in team batting in the American League, they're 6th in scoring. And part of that, the fact they hit home runs. Check swing, and he went around. 2-2.
Guzman's a very special young hitter for this Ranger club. He's got good power to all fields.
Just 23 years old, and he is really good with the glove.
That's a big target at first base.
Pops this one into shallow left. Should be an easy play for Upton. makes the grab. Out number 1.
He's been busy tonight so far for Upton. 3 fly ball outs his way.
So here is Chu.
Although he sees a lot of pitches during the course of an at-bat, very aggressive on the first pitch.
Chu is 3rd in the league in walks. White Trout number 1. There's a pitch that was low and in, almost hit him. Little or no breeze right now here at the Big A. 76 degrees when we got things started on this Wednesday evening. There's a shot right up the middle. That's going to be another hit. So stopping at second will be Chirinos, and they've had a pair of hits here in the inning. 1 out. And Odor will be the next batter.
And even though you try not to think of anything negative when you're pitching, you're well aware of certain innings, whether it's the first inning for some pitchers or the 3rd inning for Felix Pena. That comes into your mind, especially now you have 2 runners on with this 1 out here in the 3rd, and you've given up your fair share of runs in this inning this season.
Odor struck out his first time up. Chirinos is the lead runner at second. He's their catcher, so there's no guarantee a single brings him in. Odor moves out of the batter's box.
Odor's rolled into 12 double plays.
Got fooled on that one right there. Good slider.
Yeah, so far this season in the 3rd inning, Felix Pena's ERA 4.85 in the 3rd inning. So it's been an issue, especially of late for him. See if he can get through this, maintain a lead, put up a 0, shutdown inning with a double play ball.
Takes another one for a ball, low and in. Pena ready. Next pitch. This is hit high in the air into right center. Trout will have an easy play on it. He'll make the grab, and lead runner Chirinos has to hold. It's out number 2.
Well, you remember in spring training when Mike Scioscia really was talking to Mike Trout about getting behind the baseball, especially on a fly ball like that. Really good job once again, because Chirinos was kind of drifting back, thinking about tagging. But Trout got behind that baseball well. Just those little things. You want to keep that runner at second as compared to third, so you can still throw that really good wipeout break a ball in the dirt with a man on second as compared to third base. It's those little things that Trout really has improved on this season defensively.
So Pena has a chance to get out of the little bit of a jam right now. 2 outs. Andrews with a shot into center. It's going to drop in for a hit. They're going to wave Chirinos home. Trout's throw to the plate, and he is out. It was on target. It took a couple of bounces into the catcher, Frankie Arcia, and now we'll see if the Rangers are going to challenge the call or not.
Looked like that throw was right on the plate into the slide. Trout with 4 outfield assists so far. Again, get behind that baseball well. A couple hops are right on the plate. And if he controls that baseball, it looks like he's got him. Now, there still hasn't made a decision if they're going to challenge or not. No challenge.
No
Perfect throw. Just on cue. Trout. Perfect throw. Talked about his defense. What a throw to the plate. And scoop by Garcia.
So they had 3 hits in the inning, but they didn't score. We go to the bottom of the 3rd.
Assist from Mike Trout. I'm Alex Curry. Now, last night we saw Jose Fernandez hit his first big league home run, and it has been quite the journey for the 30-year-old rookie. He told me last night that that was the best experience of his life. He felt super proud and wanted to recognize all of his friends and family who helped him along the way. And when talking to Angels third base coach Dino Ebel, he said Jose has been nothing but a positive impact for this team. He's been outstanding learning a new position, but the best part was finding out how good of a person he is, how much he cares, what he brings to the clubhouse, Gooby, and he said he doesn't take a moment for granted.
I'll tell you what, Jose, what a moment that was, too, with that smile on his face to be able to hit that home run. Outstanding for Fernandez, the only run of the game. And with Mike Trout coming to the plate, let's take a look at our Carl's Cam replay, what he did in the field with this throw. He charges baseball well after doing a real good job. The batter before got behind that baseball right on the plate. Even though it had a couple hops there, it was an accurate throw with a little bit on there to be able to get that fifth outfield assist, which ties what he had all of last season in center field for Trout.
Now Mike taking a pitch, and that's in there. 1 out in the inning. David Fletcher popping out and foul ground over to Ronald Guzman to lead the inning off. There's one high and away. Trout hit the ball hard his first time up, but lined out to Chu, the left fielder. There's one fouled off on the right side.
Looks like Gallardo's trying to pitch him inside.
They do have the left side infield shift on. 3 infielders there. Trout takes that one for a ball. The first baseman Guzman, he's about 35 feet or so off the line.
So if he has to go to the glove side, that'll be a very difficult play for him to be able to make that throw to Gallardo covering the bag.
Yeah. There's one up and in on Mike Trout.
Trout has really hit the fastball well this season. 321 batting average versus fastball, 15 home runs. 297 versus Gallardo's secondary pitches. Might see one of those now, although he's going fastball in.
It's tap foul and got a piece of Trout. He's limping around on the rim of the batter's circle.
See those numbers versus Gallardo's secondary pitches. 297, 16 home runs, 321 versus fastball, with 15 home runs for Trout this season. Going back inside.
He's jammed on that one, fights it off, fouls it back to the screen.
I noticed that one, Terry. They're just a little bit off that inside corner, but as a hitter, it's too close to take. Gallardo really knows what he's doing on the mound. Doesn't necessarily have that overpowering fastball anymore, but he knows where to locate his fastball.
Trout lifts this one high in the air into shallow center field. Gallo is coming in. He has to wait for it to come down, and he will make the catch. That's out number 2.
Yeah, he ran another fastball in.
Here's Ohtani, who struck out his first time up. Gallardo bounced around early this season. He went to spring training with Milwaukee, a team he had pitched for in the past. And he got released back in March. Then he signed with the Reds. And then they kind of soured on him as well. He had 3 rough appearances in relief for them. And then he signed in April with the Rangers. Signed as a free agent and been with them. And record is good, but the ERA coming in very high.
Got to be patient here. Bring that fastball if he throws one on the plate here if you're Ohtani.
This is hit hard into right field. That ball is going to be out by the wall, and it hits off the wall. Ohtani has to hurry to second, and he just beats the throw. He's called safe, although the Rangers might challenge the call at second base. It was made by Tripp Gibson.
That's a pretty good throw by Mazzari. He already has 7 outfield assists. This baseball was crushed by Ohtani. And he was patient, got a lot of that plate, and he lines it to the wall. One hops it. Mazzari got behind that baseball very well. Very accurate throw. And as much as Andrus was walking off the field, it looked like Ohtani got his foot in there before he had tagged him. So they tried to sell it. Him and Odor were both going off the field. That is so close.
They decided not to challenge the call.
And that's unusual for Jeff Bannister. He's not afraid, especially early in the game, to challenge a close play.
So Ohtani gets a double. That's his 19th of the year. And we'll see if Upton can bring him in.
That's 40 extra base hits for Shohei Ohtani. 40. Go along with 4 wins on the mound in 10 starts.
Yep, technically he is playing hurt, but you never know it the way he's swinging the bat. Hurt enough that he can't pitch anymore for now.
That baseball was crushed. That got out to the wall in a second.
1-0 is the count. There's a pitch low, and then a snap throw by Chirinos up to second. Odor on the receiving end, but Ohtani got back.
Chirinos does have 2 back picks this season. That's one thing he's really been still good at in his career. That back pick, whether it's second or first.
There's a shot into left field. Chu is going to dive. He can't make the catch. The ball is by him all the way out to the wall. Ohtani will score easily. Upton is going to head for third base, and he is safe. That's his first triple as an Angel.
When you watch Upton run, he is very fast. And right out of the batter's box, he was thinking once it got by Chu, he was going to get a triple. Ball was hit very well too. Top hands drive on that one, and Chu tried to dive and got by him. Good effort by Chu to try to catch that liner, but a little top hand spin on it from Upton. But he's thinking triple all the way. Those good strides he took. And then those turn on the afterburner, slides in for his first triple.
So the Angels add on here. And the Angels getting some runs tonight with 2 outs. Here's a bunt attempt there by Simmons. He fouls that one back.
Profar was playing very deep. Shohei Ohtani with that speed got into scoring position. It's a big play by him too, because if he stays at first base, True probably doesn't dive for that baseball. He plays it in front, tries to keep it with single. But with a man on second, you're more apt to dive for it. Results in a run and a triple for Justin Upton.
And there was a very close play at second to keep the inning going on Ohtani's double. Hit would mean another run. Simmons takes, that's on the corner for a strike, outside corner.
A sharp little slider. 21% of his pitches, sliders 55%, fastballs, curveball around 13%, around 12% for his changeup.
Two and two now, the count on Andrelton Simmons.
So 3 of the 4 hits for the Angels tonight. Extra base hits, couple doubles and a triple.
Ball smack foul over on the third base side. Simmons is second on the Angels this season in runs batted in. See if he can get another RBI right here.
Been one of the most consistent Angels with runners in scoring position over the last couple of seasons.
That one was low. And he checked the swing on it. Full count. Pitches are starting to mount for Gallardo. 61 in this game.
Pretty close. Was able to hold up on that swing.
There's a little pop on the right side. It's going to be stopped on a hop by the second baseman, but Odor, all of his momentum was carrying him towards the line, and he couldn't get a throw over to first base.
And no one there to cover the bag either. Gallardo became a spectator on that one.
4-0 Angels.
Ends up being a single and an RBI for Andrelton Simmons. He'll take it. Pretty good range for Rougned Odor to get to this baseball. See right there, Gallardo become a spectator. Once as a hitter, you see that, you could smell that base hit going down the line, and he did so. But nice play by Odor. Wise decision not throwing that base, so no one there. Would have been a difficult throw and catch for Gallardo going to first. Another RBI with 2 outs.
So the Angels have had some clutch hitting here in the early going. All 4 runs coming with 2 outs. Here's Fernandez batting now. He takes ball 1. Angels' last road trip, one of the stops was in Arlington. The Angels took 2 out of 3 there. Here's one. It's hit well down the right field side, tight to the line, and it is out of here. Back-to-back nights. Jose Fernandez right down that right field corner. Hip, hip, Jose.
Hip, hip, Jose. Oh, 2-run home run. Solo shot last night. 2-run home run tonight for Jose Fernandez. Waited a while to get a home run in the big leagues. Didn't wait long for that second one.
Angels have hit for the cycle in this inning.
That's great information, Terry.
All of this coming with 2 outs. And the lead continues to grow. 6-0.
After that great throw for Trout prevented the Rangers from scoring, the Angels score 4 in the bottom of the third.
That one's fouled back upstairs, out of play.
And that smile getting bigger after that. Back-to-back games for Fernandez with a home run.
He had 17 this year at Salt Lake, so he had a few, obviously, although beginning of the year he didn't have a whole lot, but he really came on strong this season in the PCL. There's a one-hopper hit to short. Nice stop there deep in the hole by Andrews, and he will throw out Taylor Ward. So the inning ends on a 6-3 ground out.
Fernandez with the big hit there. 2-run home run, 4-run third. Leo's up 6-0.
Angels up 6-0 as we start the 4th inning. So Felix Pena getting a lot of offensive support here in the early going.
Jose with the home run. Back-to-back games. Hip hip, Jose.
I like it. 0-1 is the count. Pitch is a little bit outside. Besides the Angels scoring a lot of runs here early, the Angels pitching has checked the Rangers scoreless now 13 innings in a row in this series. Pitch a little bit low. It's like Austin Bibbins Dirks is now warming up in the Texas bullpen. One fouled back out of play. It's going to get back to the club level.
Amazing what he has accomplished so far, just at age 23. His debut here at the Big A.
Another ball fouled off on the left side, back to the seats, out of play.
We saw his arm last inning on that throw from basically at the warning track against Shohei Ohtani. Very close play at second base.
Simmons, the shortstop, playing almost behind second, just a little bit on the third base side of the second base bag, and the third baseman Ward is almost in the shortstop hole, way off the line. There's one that's low, and now it's a full count. That fastball 94 miles per hour.
Yeah, missed by quite a bit on that delivery there for Felix Pena.
Last 2 innings, the Rangers had leadoff hits, but it didn't translate into any runs. There's one sliced down the left field side. Chasing after that one is up and down in the corner, and that is going to be a foul ball.
Well, that was really close. Brian Gorman right down the line. Perfect view with that one. He might challenge that.
Yeah, I think they
that's
are.
what I thought. Right down that line. It was. And that's one of those plays, too. If it's ruled fair, where do you place the runner? That was real close.
It looked like it hit the yellow line down there, kind of the.
That's what I thought.
Right.
From our angle. That's why I was thinking, okay, Brian Gorman had a better view. Oh, did it hit that green, though? That might be foul. Right there, it looks like it's hit the pad.
So the call on the field was a foul ball. Rangers take exception, and
well, it definitely hit the wall. It really looked like it hit that wall, that green padding. And initially thought maybe it was right on the ground in front of that yellow line on the padding, but it definitely hit the padding and not the ground first. You see right there off the green padding. Did not see any of the yellow. I think it's going to be a foul ball. And it was. Texas loses the challenge.
Call on the field stands. And just a foul ball off the bat of Mazarin. He's back in the batter's box with the count full. Chopper foul on the first base side.
Well, he's going to try a fair ball both lines today. Left field line, first base line.
Yep. Next pitch here in this at bat will be number 9. And that is going to be ball 4. So that will be the first walk allowed by Felix Pena. And again, it's another inning where they get their leadoff batter on. Beltre will be stepping up. Pitch a little bit low and inside on Beltre. Infield is back double play depth. The outfield, they're shading Beltre to hit the ball to the opposite field. Upton's way over in left center. Here's one that's hit the short. This looks like 2. Flip the second one, relay to first. A very easy double play. 2 outs.
156th double play turn by the Halos this season. These 2 have been outstanding. 106th for Simmons, 30th for Fletcher at second base. 6-4-3 double play.
So Profar, the next batter.
Also the 7th double play turn behind Felix Pena this season.
That one's right in there. Strike 1. And there's one that's chased and missed. Good slider.
It's a good breaker ball he has. He'll get a lot of swing and misses with that pitch.
Here's the next delivery, and this is tapped on the right side. It's a fair ball. It's fielded by Fernandez, who lunges to try and get the tag on the batter Profar, and he's called safe at first base.
It looks like Profar might have hurt himself stepping on the bag. Saying he's okay. Check up on him. A little bit of a communication breakdown at first base. We got that foot. Did he get on the base before that? That's real close.
Yeah.
Are they going to challenge? They might challenge that one. Andrew Bailey may be seeing that in there. Also, the reach. I don't think he quite got him there, but he definitely get him on the foot. Did he get his foot down, the other foot on the base before the tag on the back foot?
So the umpires are going to take a look at this one as well. Headsets are on.
It's real close.
So right now it's a runner at first with 2 outs. We'll see if it stays that way or if the inning is over.
Definitely got him on that back foot. Did the foot get on the base before? I don't think he got him on the hip. So you're reaching out. With that back foot, he gets him very close.
Angel players are starting to walk off the field. They're convinced the Angels are going to win the challenge, and we'll see how it plays out. They're taking a little extra time back.
Or even that arm, too. Did he tag the arm? There's so many different things come into play there. Andrew Bailey down in the clubhouse right now. A lot of different views they get. Calling him safe
is the call. That was the call on the field. Profar will get an infield hit. And Gallo will be the batter as the inning will continue.
The old call stands.
Gallo was a strikeout victim his first time up. Big left-handed hitter. Yes. Very good power. Pops this one on the left side. Upton will have a play. He's headed toward the line, not deep at all, and the fielder makes the grab, and the inning is over. So Pena has kept him off the scoreboard for another inning. It's 6-0 Angels.
all new Hyundai vehicles. See your Hyundai dealer today. By Carl's Jr., the 2 for $2.50 sausage and egg made from scratch biscuit, now at Carl's Jr. And by the 2018 Subaru Forester, a whole lot to love.
So the Angels have a 6-0 lead as we get set to go to the bottom of the 4th inning. There's a new pitcher in the ball game for the Rangers. The pitching change, it's brought to you by Purple Bricks. And the new pitcher who has wrapped up his warm-up tosses is Austin Bibbins Dirks. 2-3 record. Half his appearances have come as a starter and the other half as a reliever. This will be game 13 of the season. Spent a lot of time in the minors this year.
Dirk's fastball is 88-92. He'll throw a slider, cut fastball, curveball, changeup.
So that is it for Gallardo. He goes only 3. And at the plate is Arcia, who fouls the first one off on the left side. He got the Angels scoring going with a 2-out, 2-run double back in the bottom of the 2nd. Angels strung together 4 straight 2-out hits last inning to score 4 runs. There's one off the mid of Chirinos, the catcher, and it's 1-1.
$15 RBI here at the Big A. .423 batting average. All 3 of his home runs here at home.
One. That almost hit him. It was low and in. 2-1 is the count.
And well over half of his pitches are going to be something all speed. There's about 48% of his pitches are fastballs.
Here's the next one. This is sliced into left field. Chu towards the line has a beat on it, and a medium lefty will make the grab. That's the first out. Cole Calhoun will bat. He's been quiet in this series. He's just 1 for 10. Bibbins Dirks, a pitcher who had to pitch his way out of independent league baseball to get to the big leagues. That's a long, tough road to travel.
You got to give him credit for keep going after it.
First one, ball 1 on Cole Calhoun. That one's fouled straight back behind the plate. 1-1 is the count on Cole Calhoun. After tonight, just 16 games left for the Angels. 10 of them here. The Angels still have another road trip. That'll be next week. Oakland and then Houston. The Angels taking on the top 2 teams in the AL West this season.
Have a say in who wins the division.
That one fouled off on the left side, backing out of play.
Cole has done such a nice job of turning around his season this month of September. Struggling a bit, trying to fight through this. So he's got one good at bat to get back out on a roll.
Here's the pitch, and he chases that one. A foul tip. It's held onto by Chirinos, and that will be a strikeout. So out number 2. David Fletcher will be the next batter.
That changeup turns it over, runs it down and away. Chirinos able to hold on to that one.
Well, as a result, we were just talking about the next road trip, and it will begin in Oakland with the A's coming away with another victory today, and they've been playing the Baltimore Orioles, who have lost 104 games. Oakland with a 10-0 win in Baltimore today, and then that coupled with the Yankee loss in Minnesota, it's just a one-game lead for the Yankees over Oakland now for the top wild card spot.
Real interesting now. Oakland with some bad news as far as Sean Manaea, their very good young pitcher with no hitter early this season. Going to have surgery on his shoulder. They're saying he's going to be out for the entire season next year.
Yeah, you kind of knew he wasn't going to pitch the rest of this season,
yeah,
but
sad.
now
He's a good young pitcher, good kid.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of pitchers with elbow surgeries, but very few shoulder surgeries.
Right. 2 strikes here on Fletcher, 2 outs. Angels up 6-0, bottom of the 4th. That's a liner into left center field that is going to drop in between Chu and Gallo, and Fletcher has his first hit of the night, a 2-out single.
Mike Trout so far in this game 0 for 2, but his big throw, you go back to the 3rd inning, a big difference maker for Texas. They're trying to get on the board. Trout charges the baseball, got a lot on the throw, 2-hopper to the plate, and gets Torino at the dish. Arcia be able to apply the tag, finishes off that inning, that perfect throw, and then lo and behold, 4 runs scored. Bottom of the 3rd after that throw from Trout.
So Bibbins Dirks' first pitch on Trout. Low and away, ball 1. Trout in his career against Texas hitting .336 against Rangers pitching.
This feels like a good matchup for Trout. Bibbins Dirk doesn't really throw a lot of four-seam fastballs upper part of the strike zone. A lot of those pitches he will throw during the sequence against Trout or go right into that swing path he has.
Throw to first, and Fletcher is back. He's stolen 3 this year. Had 7 earlier this year in AAA. Stole 20 last season between AA and AAA. Trout takes low and in. Fouled off the catcher, Torinos. 2-2 count.
Adrian Johnson going to walk that baseball out to give Torinos a little breather. Right off the top of the mask. Hanging breaking ball. Shot just underneath it.
They've had the shift on with Trout at the plate. 3 infielders on the left side. Another toss by Bibbins Dirks to first base, and Fletcher back. Trout hit that one hard, a liner that lands down near the Angels dugout on the third base side. I've had a few people scampering, and it looked like it might have gotten down around the photo area just past the dugout. That was coming in hot.
Yes, it was. Trout broke his bat on that one also.
Oh, that becomes a valuable souvenir.
Yes, it does. You know it all, Terry, don't you? You are a wealth of information.
2-2 is the count. Pitch there did not miss by much, a curveball, and now it's a full count. Good eye with 2 strikes there by Trout.
Trout with 112 walks this season. Shohei Ohtani looking to get a chance to come to the plate in this inning.
He got last inning going for the Angels with the 2-out double.
Club record for walks in a season, 116 set by Mike Trout. Looks like he'll be able to pass that rather easily, especially with Seattle coming into town.
Yep, they've been known to intentionally walk him. So it's a full count here on Trout. We'll see what gives with 2 outs. There goes Fletcher, and the pitch, it is chased and missed, and he got him, struck him out. A couple of strikeouts for Austin Bibbins Dirks. Angels up 6-0. The 5th is coming up.
Baseball extremely well this season. Alex Bregman, the defending world champion, doubles down the line. That's his 50th double this season, going along with 30 home runs, 100 RBI, 100 runs scored for Alex Bregman. In that conversation now, driving his way towards that conversation for MVP of the American League. First player in history to log the majority of games at third base to record 50 doubles and 30 home runs in one season at the hot corner.
Chirinos will lead it off as we begin inning number 5 here at the Big A.
Especially when you're playing those really meaningful games in the Astros, because Oakland won't go away. If they're going to play a lot of tight, tough games, and he keeps putting up those numbers, it's going to be close.
Yeah. Here's the pitch. That's a liner that's going to fall into left field for Chirinos. So he is on with a hit, and they have done a good job getting their leadoff batter on, but they haven't been able to do anything as a result of that.
Yeah, that's 4 straight innings. And going back to that MVP conversation, JD Martinez, Mookie Betts, Jose Ramirez from the Cleveland Indians, Francisco Lindor also. But Alex Bregman now in that conversation. Mike Trout with outstanding numbers himself. On base percentage off the charts. The home runs, even the stolen bases, 23 of them for Trout.
Guzman batting now for Texas, and he takes that one for ball one. Felix Pena, who is facing the Texas Rangers here tonight, his very first appearance against them, and so far so good. That's a pitch taken for strike one. 1-1 to count.
Very good as far as manageable pitch count so far for Felix Pena. It is 58 into the 5th inning here.
Next delivery is a little bit low, so it's 2 balls and 1 strike. It'll be interesting to see where Pena might factor in next season. He certainly has put himself on the radar screen. Be interesting to see what the Angels pitching staff looks like in 2019. Here's one that's grounded near second. It's bobbled a little bit by Fletcher, but he's able to shovel the ball over to Simmons, and they do get the out on Chirinos at second base.
It looked like they had a chance to be in the double play. A little bobble there for Fletcher and Simmons, but get that lead run, you still have the double play in order. He's already was looking up on that one. Doesn't happen too often for Fletcher. And then bobble both before being able to control that to get the force out at second.
Chu stepping up.
Take a look at our Subway leaders as far as 20 home run seasons for players born in Asia. Chu with 6, including a career high 22. Matsui also career high of 31. Shohei Ohtani just below that 20 home run plateau, 1 away, 19, and he's leading off the next inning.
Chu's had a hit tonight, 1 for 2. Takes that one low. Angels going with the right side shift on Shin-Soo Choo. He lines one out near Trout, who has to chase, and he makes a nice running catch going to his right to make the grab in left center. Good read by Trout on that liner.
That ball was hit very well, especially off the left-handed bat. It's going to tail away from me as his center field. A quick smile over at Justin Upton on that play, but that ball was hit very well. Positioned perfectly to be able to run that one down off the bat. I was thinking that's at least a double. Talk about that route efficiency for Trout this season. Good job as far as getting that baseball and getting it quickly to Anderson Simmons. You never know with Simba. He was prepared to throw back to first.
Here's Odor. First one a little bit low and inside. Pena's had good control tonight. He's thrown strikes for the most part in this ball game. Just 1 walk. 3 strikeouts for him. Odor takes high and away. 2-0 is the count. When you talk about surprises this year for the Angels, this guy on the mound has to be one. Felix Pena. Jaime Barria has certainly been a surprise this year. David Fletcher at second base, a surprise this season. Justin Anderson, another one. And the thing about 3 of those 4 I mentioned, they're rookies.
Yeah.
And, you know, we've heard for a number of years running how barren the Angels farm system is, but it's definitely on the upswing, and this season illustrates that.
Yeah, and even looking down at the minor leagues now, Joe Adell was the 2nd rated prospect in the minor leagues, an outstanding talent. So there's a lot of talent in that, especially in the outfield in the minor leagues.
Yeah.
We've seen David Fletcher a lot of years in spring training. Every time you look up, he's 2 for 3 every single game.
Right, and before in recent years down in the Cactus League in Arizona, you kind of dismissed it a little bit. Well, it's spring training. Who knows who the pitchers are he's been facing, but he has taken the game from the minors up to the big leagues, and it doesn't always happen, but it's happened for him. Now we'll have a little meeting at the mound as the Angels catcher Frankie Arcia goes out there to talk to Pena.
He's trying to get through this 5th inning. Arcia, quick conversation with Felix Pena. You know, Odor's looking and sitting on a fastball. I anticipate, especially with the score 6-0. It's all about locating that fastball well here now.
Next delivery, and that one is chased
to a breaking ball.
Yeah.
He was sitting on a fastball. He was committed to swinging at a fastball and chased that curveball out of the strike zone. See how far out in front, the speed of that pitch, 81-mile-an-hour curveball.
So we'll see what happens. It's a full count with 2 outs. Base runner is Guzman, and the pitch is fouled back behind the plate. Mentioned Joe Adell, fine young Angel outfield prospect. Angels have a few other ones. Brandon Marsh, Torrey Hunter Jr. Angels have some other prospects they're high on. Jahmai Jones, Jam Jones. We've seen him in spring training. There's a little pop into left center field. It should end the inning. Waiting on it is Upton. He'll one-hand it, and that'll do it here for the Rangers in the 5th. Not a whole lot happening. They leave a runner on. Angels lead it 6-0. Copyrighted telecast presented by authority of Angels baseball may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball LP. So Shohei Ohtani will lead things off. He takes that one low and inside. We're talking last half inning about some good Angel prospects, and another one who came to mind, and he was a guy that the Angels actually got from Tampa Bay for C.J. Cron, and he had a big year in the Angel system this season. Even got up to AAA. Is Luis Rengifo, an infielder who has good speed.
Yep.
And he certainly opened up some eyes in his first year in the Angels organization. Of course, local guy, Griffin Canning.
Yeah, he's
first
going
pro
to be
season.
legit.
Yeah. Got all the way up to AAA this year in his first professional season. Didn't pitch at all in 2017 after the Angels drafted him. So things are looking better as far as the Angels system right now. Two-1. Ohtani chases that one and misses a slider.
Yeah, a lot of talent that could help at this ball club at the major league level, but also pieces for Billy Epler if he wants to make a deal to add some depth as far, especially on the pitching side.
Right. And you got to think the pitching side will be addressed this offseason. There's one a little bit low for a ball, so it's a full count on Ohtani. It looks like Matt Moore, a lefty, is up in the Texas bullpen, so we'll see how much longer Bibbins Dirks goes. He worked last inning for them. It's a guy who has started for them this year, so he should give them some length and relief if they want to stick with him for a while tonight. Here's one that's outside on a 3-2 as Bibbins Dirks kind of lost his balance on that delivery, and that's ball 4. Ohtani on with the walk.
And a lot of all-speed pitches, though. Ohtani at that at bat.
Angel fans, don't forget you can join us on Saturday, September the 29th for Fan Appreciation Day right here at the Big A. The Angels will take on the Oakland A's that night with game time at 6 o'clock. The first 30,000 fans in attendance will receive a Mike Scioscia bobblehead. For more info on the Mike Scioscia bobblehead presented by Fox Sports West, just visit angels.com/promotions. Pitch missed low and away. That was another pitch where Bibbins Dirks looked like he kind of stumbled a little bit on the follow through there. Looked a little awkward.
Not much of a lead. The first pitch with Shohei Ohtani at first. Still early in this game, the Angels up by 6.
There's a swing and a miss on a slider.
Talked about Trinos having a tough time throwing out base stealers this season. Bibbins Dirks throwing a lot of all-speed pitches, so it should give Ohtani a chance to get a decent jump if he decides to go to try to pick up that 10th stolen base of the season, getting double figures in that also.
There's another pitch that is chased and missed. That was a changeup, so it's now 1-2. Bibbins Dirks is not a guy who throws that hard. His fastball has topped out at 92. That's been the high level for one of his four-seamers. It's a guy who also will throw a cut fastball, cutter. 2-2 the count. Ohtani with that lead over there at first base. 2-2. Grounded right to short. Should be 2. Second for 1. Relay to first. And they do turn a double play. It's hit right at Andrews. And the batter now for the Angels will be Andrelton Simmons.
Simba already a big game. A couple hits, couple runs scored, an RBI.
Angels shortstop trying to get that batting average back up to the 300 mark. He's hitting .295. And that one was headed this way. Just a little bit below us there.
Oh, you had it all covered, Terry Smith. Remember you back in the filter beds back in Philadelphia playing Little League Baseball. I know you had that play.
The 21st Ward, by the way.
Yes, it was. That's you. Remember watching you and my brother.
That's right. 0-1 is the count. That one just needed a little bit more lift. It was right straight back here. That one's low and away. Angels have led this game since the second inning and lead it here in the fifth by 6. That one's low and outside.
Could be his last batter. Fernandez on deck. Either way.
Still have more of the lefty up in their bullpen. That one's low outside. 3-1 on Andrelton Simmons. That one's going to miss again, so that is ball 4, and that apparently is going to be it for Austin's Bibbins Dirks. They will be making a pitching change. Second batter he walks in the inning. We have the Angels seeing the move to the bullpen, so Matt Moore will be coming in to take over. When we get back, Jose Fernandez will face him. Angels lead it. Pitching change. It's 6-0.
Dealers, by City National Bank, a proud sponsor of Angels baseball, and by the 2018 Subaru Forester, a whole lot to love.
Matt Moore is the new pitcher, 29-year-old lefty, and he will be the third pitcher of the night here for the Texas Rangers.
Moore's fastball 89-94. Throw a cut fastball, curveball, changeup. Not quite the velocity on his fastball when he first came up with the Tampa Bay Rays. He can rush that fastball at that point upper 90s.
Got off to a slow start in their rotation this season. His ERA coming into tonight's game is 7.04. He's been in the bullpen for a while now. Lost his role in their rotation, so Jose Fernandez, the first batter to face him. 2 outs. Simmons on at first, and the first pitch. That's a fastball. Misses ball 1. That one taken for a strike.
Cut fastball right on that outside corner.
Pitch a little bit low and away. Two balls and 1 strike. Here's the next one on Fernandez. It's a little pop right to the shortstop, and Andrus will gather it in, not far away from the second base bag, and that will end the inning. So we have completed 5 here tonight at the Big A. 6-0 Angels. We want to remind you, you can follow the race to the postseason on MLB.tv for $25.99. Watch every out-of-market regular season game, plus get a free subscription to MLB At Bat Premium. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv to take advantage of this limited time offer. Andrus leads it off against Pena in the first pitch. That one misses inside for a ball. Alex Pena shutout baseball so far tonight for the Angels. He has really come on as a starter for the Halos. Pena, 28 years old, and you see his numbers here tonight. His little tapper that's hit right to short. Easy play for Simmons. Andrus is out number 1.
Another soft contact ground ball out tonight. Saw that last night quite a bit. Really, so far though, he's been solid for Felix Pena, but as far as first pitch strikes, hasn't been as consistent as we've seen of late. So he's 21 batters, is 10 times he's thrown a first pitch strike, but he's been able to get back in accounts and get in soft contact, whether it's with his two-seamer, sinker, or his curveball and changeup.
Mazzara tonight. Pena hasn't gotten him out. One of the few batters that he's had any trouble with. Single and a walk for Nomar Mazzara. And this is a liner that Simmons will nab a couple feet back on the outfield grass behind second.
It wasn't necessarily soft contact on that one, but it's an out, and an early out.
Simmons had him played perfectly.
Liner right back up the middle. Simba there once again.
Rangers have now gone 15 straight innings in this series without scoring a run.
Dangerous power hitter at the plate now, though.
Pena asking for a new baseball. Manageable pitch count. The most pitches he's thrown in any inning tonight, 16. That was last inning. He's already gotten a couple of quick outs this inning. Angels do have action in the bullpen now. Williams, Jerez, lefty warming up.
Amazing thing, if he's able to complete the season, that'll be 6 straight starts for Felix Pena with at least 6 innings pitched. First season as a starter in the big leagues.
Yep. Here's the next delivery. This is lifted right to Upton in left field. He goes back a couple of feet, makes the grab, and another quick, clean inning for Pena. Bottom of the 6th is coming up. Angels have a 6-0 lead. And we want to remind you to stay tuned for our next Angels Live post-game show for the AutoNation Business of Sports. AutoNation, low price, no pressure, guaranteed.
No pressure. Felix Pena, another outstanding effort tonight. Looking for his first victory at home for Felix Pena.
What do you think? Is he done?
It has that. I mean, I think because 6 straight starts, you know, you don't even necessarily have to look at pitches thrown, but for a pitcher that's never started at the major league level to have this type of success in lengthened games, 6 straight starts, it may be one of those situations where you don't even look at pitch count and you go to that bullpen to keep that arm fresh.
Taylor Ward is the batter. And he cuts and misses that one for a strike. Well, one thing for sure, the Angels have plenty of options. They're carrying 19 pitchers right now. 35 players on the active roster. Here's a pop-up on the right side. Back on the outfield grass is Odor. He's going to give way, though, to the right fielder Mazzaro, who comes way in to make the grab on that one. That's an easy out, one gone.
Go back to my Hyundai key for this game. Talk about whole team effort. Give me everything. That's what we saw out of Felix Pena tonight. 6 really good shutout innings. The offense, especially with that 4-run 3rd inning, and the defense, well, that's been outstanding for a long period of time. Solid again tonight.
Here's Arcia at the plate, and he takes the first one for a ball. He got the Angels going tonight. Back in the bottom of the 2nd inning, he came up with 2 outs, and Simmons and Ward on, and he brought in both of those runners with a 2-out RBI double, and he lifts this one high in the air and hits it well out to right center field. That ball's out by the wall, and that one is out of here. Well, a good night has gotten better for Arcia. Home run number 4 of the season for him. The Angels add on. It's now 7-0.
Home sweet home for Arcia. Another home run at home. Another RBI at home. Giving him 3 RBI tonight. Let's get that foot down. That timing mechanism he started towards the end of spring training, carried into the minor league season. It's been very effective for him. It's not the most normal looking one as far as that stiff front leg and then getting that foot down, but it's really worked well as far as making sure he keeps his hands back. And makes the play, that hop off the wall. Liking that play.
Yeah, souvenir baseball, and pitch is fouled back by Cole Calhoun.
Boy, some great balance in the lineup here tonight.
Angels have had a 2-run homer from the 7-hole hitter, the 9-hole hitter. Arcia 3 RBIs, homer and a double for him. Moore's pitch, that one is low. Rangers have Eddie Butler warming up in their bullpen right now.
2 great stories too when you think about Fernandez and Arcia, where they've been, how long it took to get to the major league level, and the success they're having, especially here tonight. It's great to see.
One guy a 30-year-old rookie, the other one a 28-year-old rookie. 1-2 the count.
Ross has done a great job behind the plate. Sometimes that gets overlooked when you put up some good offensive numbers. Remember that quick conversation he had with Felix Pena that 1 inning where he went out there just to talk to him and get back into its sync. Was able to do that. Got a fly ball out to Justin Upton. Finish off the inning.
Two strikes on Cole Calhoun, who's had a quiet night. A couple strikeouts and a ground out. That pitch there is going to catch the inside corner, a fastball, and Calhoun is out looking. So out number 2 here in the bottom of the 6th, and David Fletcher will bat.
Timing just a little off now for Cole. Try to maintain that positive feel that he's had since coming back from the disabled list. The month of September a little tougher for him.
Here's the pitch. This is lifted out to the left fielder Chu, and medium left. He will gather that one in. Fletcher is set down, and that will end the inning.
Arcia jumping on that pitch. 4th home run at the Big A this season for the rookie.
Spectrum. Spectrum Mobile has unlimited talk, text, and data. Save up to 40%. Go to SpectrumMobile.com today.
So as we get ready to begin the 7th inning, there's a new Angel pitcher. Felix Pena's night is over, and all he did was give the Angels 6 shutout innings. Williams Jerez is the new pitcher for the Angels, the lefty. And as he wraps up his warm-up tosses, he'll be facing Profar, Gallo, and Chirinos.
He does have power fastball. He can rush at 95 to 99, break a ball, changeup.
So Profar, the first batter against Williams Jerez. Big lefty, 6'4". Was born in the Dominican Republic, moved to Brooklyn, New York, where he went to high school, and then was originally a second-round pick of the Boston Red Sox. That was back in 2011. Here's his pitch. That's low and inside on Jurickson Profar. Pitch is fouled back behind the plate. Angels can get back to the 500 mark with a win tonight.
Yeah, it'd be good to see that, especially just a few days ago before that last road trip, really struggling to play consistent baseball. Very good road trip, going 7-3. Chance at a solid start to this homestand if we win this game here, win the series against Texas.
There's one that is fouled off, and the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Angels got to 5 under the 500 mark. There's a pitch taken, and the count even up. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tonight's attendance 33,028, 33028. Next one, it's fouled off over on the right side, backing out of play. Here's the next delivery, 2-strike pitch, and that one didn't miss by much. Fastball at 96.
Stayed on top of that 4-seam fastball, just a little bit off the inside corner. This Texas club, you don't want to give base runners with their power they have.
There's another one fouled off just past the Rangers' first base dugout and hit off the screen. Well, Jerez taking over for Felix Pena. Pena retired the final 6 in a row. 6 shutout innings of work for him. Gotta like what he's delivered for the Angels here the last month and a half or so of the season in the rotation. Next delivery, it's popped up on the first base side. Fernandez in foul ground behind the coaching box will make the catch.
That's a pretty good life on that fastball. Challenge him, especially on score the way it is. You don't want to gift those runners. Went after him, popped them up.
Well, the Rangers must be wondering where their offense has gone. Shutout last night, only a couple of hits. No runs tonight, only 6 hits. 16 straight innings without scoring a run here in this series against the Angels. They won the opener here on Friday, but the Angels look to be in good shape as far as winning the series. We'll see what the last few innings have in store. 1-0 on Gallo. There's one that he hits well into left center field. That ball is carrying out in left center, and it is gone. The big man, Joey Gallo, clubs his 36th home run of the season. Opposite field shot.
That's a pretty good indication how strong he is. That's by the 390 side. The opposite way. He had a home run here in the batter's eye. What was it last season? It was way out the center field. Fastball hard of the plate from a lefty. Gallo drives it the other way. And he creates that lift launch angle.
So Texas gets on the scoreboard.
More home runs than singles in his career.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's amazing.
Yep. 7-1 Angels lead. Pitch a little bit low. Ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Perez has now given up 3 home runs in the limited time he's been with the Angels. There's one that's fouled off on the left side.
And Torino's already a big game. 2 hits, 2 for 2.
There's one fouled right back off the screen. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Guzman waiting on deck, their first baseman, 9-hole hitter. Next pitch will be the 15th here in this inning for Jerez. 1 out, a run in. That's lined in right. That's going to fall in for another hit. So Torino's has his 3rd hit of the night.
That's a pretty good pitch too. 97-mile-an-hour fastball right on the outside corner. And Torino's a guy that has struck out quite a bit this season. Stayed back and lines at the right.
Mike Scioscia calling the Angels bullpen, and Charlie Nagy out there to the mound. Scott Radinsky, the Angels bullpen coach, talking to Mike Scioscia. We'll see who begins to warm up. So Guzman will be the batter.
Quite a few arms were used last night, Terry. 8 of them.
That's right.
Getting that shutout.
And the Angels are looking at another bullpen night tomorrow.
Yeah.
And we're thinking it could be Bridwell who starts that game, and it's been a while since he last pitched. Bridwell came up, had 1 start for the Angels this year. Then had the injury issues when he was back at AAA Salt Lake. Here's a high pop on the right side of the infield that Fletcher waits on and gloves, and that is the 2nd out.
Well, you love those quick outs like that. You would like to see Jerez get some length here, especially with the possibility of a bullpen game tomorrow night, and the bullpen used the way it was yesterday. Granted, most of the relievers came in and pitched an inning. Jim Johnson an inning, a 3rd. Noe Ramirez was outstanding himself, hitting in 2/3.
So here is Chu batting, and he takes the first one for a ball. There's one that he swings and misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fred is one of the 2 pitchers the Angels got in that Ian Kinsler deal with the Red Sox. He and Ty Buttrey, neither one had ever pitched in the big leagues, but have gotten an opportunity to do so since being acquired by the Angels. Next delivery, that one missed inside.
Especially tough to get out of the way when you're tracking away. Chu was looking away. He's got a ton of hits, over 50 hits going the other way, opposite field hits.
There's one that's up and in, and now the count goes to 3-1. Williams Jerez, when he was drafted by the Red Sox and he started his professional career in their minor league system, he was an outfielder, and he played outfield for 3 seasons. Didn't hit a whole lot. They knew he had a good arm, converted him to pitching, and he's made it to the big leagues as a pitcher. And he missed on that one on Chu. So that'll be a walk, and 2 are on now, and we'll see what Mike Scioscia might do. The catcher Francisco Arce has gone out to the mound. The Angels might be in stall mode right now.
Oh, a lefty-lefty scenario. Well, I would imagine Mike Scioscia's going to the bullpen now.
And so Robles is the pitcher who's warming up.
We're going to go with stick with the lefty versus lefty.
So they'll give Jerez another shot here as he faces Odor. Jerez has been a little bit off in recent outings for the Angels, and he's struggling here. Here's the pitch. This is grounded on the right side, but it should be the final outfield by Fletcher. Will get Odor, and the inning is over. Well, they had the 1-out homer in the inning, a couple of hits in the inning, but the Angels have a 7-1 lead. Bottom of the 7th we go.
Did in the field in his throw, huge play. You go back to the 3rd inning, charge the base hit, by Elvis Andrews. Got a lot on that throw. The distance of that throw, 265.5 feet, and it's right on the plate. Darcy is able to apply the tag and get the out and finish off the inning with no runs scored. The Angels came right back at the bottom half with 4 runs scored. Perfect throw for Trout, the distance, and a couple good throws in that inning alone in center.
So Trout will lead it off, and he's going to face a new pitcher. Eddie Butler will take over. He replaces Matt Moore. Right-hander's first pitch. Trout cuts at it, fouls it off, right side out of play.
And Trout swinging at the first pitch. The first 3 at-bats combined, he's seen 18 pitches. Looking for his first hit of the game. Hit the ball very well his first at-bat. Chu ran it down at the wall.
1-1 now on Trout. Ohtani waiting on deck. Trout takes, and that is a sinker for a called strike. It's now 1-2. Tries to hold up on that one, and that was a fastball, and he got him on the check swing, struck him out.
That was a pretty good combination. Changeup, same spot, fastball 95. Don't see that too often for Trout against Texas.
8 strikeouts in the game for Rangers pitchers, and here is Ohtani, who's had a double. He's walked, scored a run. He has struck out.
See if we can get a first pitch fastball here.
And he did, and he rips it into right field for his second hit of the night. He jumped all over that pitch.
Well, when you look at his base hits, even baseballs when he hits and puts in play, the exit velocity, generally almost every time he puts the ball in play, it's over 100 miles per hour. This ball was crushed. 94-mile-an-hour fastball, brings his hands inside and lines that one in the right field.
Ohtani 4 hits in this series. Boy, the more at bats he has been getting, the more comfortable and successful he's looked swinging the bat.
It's amazing what he has done at the plate. From what we saw in spring training to what we're seeing now is just, it's remarkable.
And he did make the adjustment from a mechanical standpoint, batting wise.
And that leg kick got rid of it in that freeway series against the Dodgers. The very end of spring training.
Here's a wild pitch that goes sailing by everybody back to the backstop, so Ohtani will coast up to second base. And there might have been a little cross up there. Trinos is going to go out, have a word with Eddie Butler.
That was an overthrown breaking ball. No chance you can get over there to get to that baseball. Ohtani's got his batting average up to 295 now. On base 3 times tonight. That on base percentage continues to rise for Ohtani.
Here's the 2-0. And that's inside. It's now 3-0. The Angels have a couple of relievers warming up in the bullpen. Robles, who is warming up when Jerez was having some trouble in the top of the inning. He's still loosening up, and now Miguel Almonte has joined him. That's a strike on a 3-0 pitch. Taking all the way was Upton.
Yeah, that's a pitcher's pitch right there. More than likely, if he got one in his zone, he had the green light, but no reason to chase that one.
Here's one that's hit right to the third baseman, and the stop on that one by Profar. The throw to first will get Upton, so he's set down on a 5-3 ground out. Ohtani going back to second base, and we'll see what Simmons can do. He's been a tough out tonight. Pair of hits, a walk, scored 2, driven in 1.
Simba also with the batting average of 295 as he gets closer to 300.
First pitch, that is off speed and misses inside. Texas Rangers will be off tomorrow. The Angels will be back in action right here tomorrow night at the Big A with Seattle coming to town. The slumping Mariners, who have very faint playoff hopes now.
They had a tough series with San Diego. Padres got them.
Yeah, since the All-Star break, it's been a rough go for Seattle. They looked like they were in real good shape for a while to be a wild card team.
Remember early in the season, a lot of one-run victories.
Yeah.
And that could change quickly even during the course of a season.
There's a bouncer by the mound out behind second. It's stopped by Odor, but he doesn't really have a play. He fires to third, hoping to get Ohtani rounding the bag, and he gets back safely. So that's another hit for Simmons. Single up the middle that Odor made a nice stop on. And now the Angels have him at the corners with 2 outs.
And Jose Fernandez coming to the plate. Back-to-back games for Jose Fernandez. Last night, the only run of the game, his first major league home run to right field. What's he do is for an encore in the 3rd inning tonight. It's his 2nd career home run to right. Back-to-back games for home runs for Fernandez.
So he bats with 2 on and 2 outs. Angels here in the 7th inning with a 7-1 lead.
Been very good as far as driving in runs with 2 outs tonight.
Real good, yep. There's one he was checking on, and they say he was holding. There's the next pitch. That's grounded on the first base side. A fair ball. It's fielded by Guzman right in front of the bag, and he will just touch first base. The inning is over on that smash up the right side. 7-1 Angels.
enters the ball game. So far, so good. Angels up 7-1 as we head to the top of the 8th inning. Ken French with you. And don't forget, after this one is all said and done, it's a post-game show presented by your SoCal Mazda dealers. Myself, Jose Mota, Alex Curry, look back at all the highlights. And boy, there is a lot to talk about. The older rookies taking center stage. Jose Fernandez, another home run here tonight. Francisco Arcia at 28. He goes yard. Then on the hill, Felix Pena, his 6th straight start, going at least 6 innings. So we'll look at pitching and offense and then the upcoming series with the Mariners. But maybe the best highlight of the postgame show, guys, Mark Gubaza will join us once again, going extra innings for us.
Yes.
Yes, we cannot wait.
Get to hang with Frenchie and Jose.
Yep, couldn't ask for better company.
Oh, yeah.
So we get ready now to start things off in the 8th inning. Angels have brought in Hansel Robles. He replaces Williams Jerez. Seeing Robles here in this series. He's set. He faces Andrews, and the first pitch, that one is inside for a ball.
Remember, got hit by a pitch by an Angel reliever, Keenan Middleton, early in the season. Was out for a long period of time, broke that arm.
Next delivery, that's hit hard but foul down the left side. We were talking about the Seattle Mariners coming to town. They'll be here tomorrow night. They've had a virus hit their club. Gene Segura missed his 2nd game in a row. James Paxton, who is slated to pitch here Friday, was so sick that apparently he hasn't traveled yet to the Big A. Was not scheduled to travel, and his start is in question now for Friday.
It's unusual. You see that a lot in spring training.
Here's the next delivery. This is a little pop into shallow left field. Under and making the grab on that one is Upton, and Andrews is an easy out. Meantime, the Mariners have won 5 of their last 15 games. So they will be here tomorrow. Batter now is Mazzara.
Upton's been busy tonight.
Yeah. He had those 2 catches in the
7
second
times.
inning.
Yeah, 7 times.
And he made that real nice running catch in foul ground early in the ball game. Here's a little bouncer. It's hit on the right side. It's stopped there by Fletcher, and his throw gets Mazzara. So Robles is doing just what you'd like to see at this stage in this ball game.
Yeah, you want to get those quick outs. As we mentioned again, another bullpen game tomorrow night. Already a number of pitchers in that bullpen with career highs as far as innings and appearances.
We do know Mike Leake is going to start tomorrow for Seattle, but they will probably have a bullpen game somewhere over the weekend during the 4-game series against the Angels. Pitch a little bit low for a ball.
Yeah, they have that old TBA for 3 straight games after tomorrow night.
Here's one fouled off on the right side by Beltre. So it's a 1-1 count on Adrian Beltre. He's DHing tonight for the Rangers. He's gone 0 for 3. That's a shot right up the middle. Trout coming in, and he will make the catch on that one. Running in, got it about waist high as he was crouching down to make the grab. We go to the bottom of the 8th. A double overtime thriller. Get ready for the trilogy. USC, Texas, Saturday at 5 Pacific on Fox and the Fox Sports app.
Hut, hut. You're ready, aren't you, T-Smith?
You got it. Ready for the trilogy.
Yes.
Taylor Ward is the batter here for the Angels, bottom of the 8th, as Eddie Butler continues, and the first pitch hits fouled back behind the plate. Looks like Rougned Odor has left the ball game. There's a pitch that is taken for a ball. One ball, one strike is the count. Anzer Alberto is the new second baseman, as that one is fouled back behind the plate. Ward tonight 0 for 2 with a walk. He has scored a run. And he takes that one for a called third strike. That was a fastball.
Very similar to the fastball he threw to Mike Trout.
Yep.
Start last inning for a strikeout.
So Francisco Arcia is the batter, and he's had a fine night tonight. Homer, 2-run double. He's also flied out. Fouls this one off to the left, back to the club level, out of play.
Frankie having a great game tonight.
Another pitch he fouls off down the left side, way back and out of play. Well, the Angels batting here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Miguel Almonte is the reliever warming up now for the Angels. He could be in to try and get the final 3 outs in the 9th. Another one fouled off by Arcia, so 0-2 count on him. Cole Calhoun waiting on deck. Here's the next pitch, and that one is low. Kind of funny how the schedule went for the Angels this season. This is the 2nd series against Texas this month, and there's still one more to go this month.
And then you go back to Seattle, who we're seeing coming in for a 4-game set. We were done with Seattle up in Seattle in June.
Right.
3 visits up there.
Before the All-Star break, yep. Before they ever came to the Big A. Here's the next pitch. That ball's hit well into right field, and that one is going to get out. It's another home run for Arcia. A 2-homer night. First time he's ever done that in the big leagues. He loves hitting here at the Big A. Angels add on. It's now 8-1.
Yeah, Arcia deserves a fist pump with that swing. 3 extra base hits, 4 RBI, 2 home runs tonight. Frankie.
And he was really scuffling of late at the plate. He was 1 for 23 coming into tonight's game, but you'd never know it the way he swung the bat tonight.
3 home runs overall, giving the Angels 190 now on the season. Having fun in that dugout.
Yeah. So here's Cole Calhoun. It hasn't been a real fun night for him at the plate, however, as he hits a 1-hopper to Alberto, the second baseman, and he will throw him out.
Arcia with another great swing tonight against Butler. Fastball didn't get quite to the outside part of the plate, the heart of the plate. And he jumps on it. That timing mechanism, that foot is down, clearing the hips, and creates that backspin. That's great to see. All it took to get to the big leagues and producing. He loves hitting here at the Big A.
Here's Fletcher at the plate. Francisco Arcia was a career minor leaguer until this season. 28-year-old rookie. He thought about stopping his professional career. Just thought he had kind of reached a dead end in baseball, and I'm sure he's glad he continued to show the perseverance.
Yeah, now with 5 home runs in the big leagues.
Yeah.
19 RBI.
Here's the pitch on Fletcher. He hits one down to third. That was a nice stop by Profar, and he will throw him out. So that is how the inning will end for the Angels here in the 8th, but another run for the Angels.
What another great swing for Arcia. 2 home runs, a double, 4 RBI in the game for the catching position. Colorado, Arizona up by 1. DJ LeMahieu with 1 on, scoring position, hits a walk-off 2-run home run as Colorado comes back and beats the Diamondbacks by the 4. And look at that NL West standings. It's outstanding how close that is. Rockies leading the Dodgers by a 1.5. The Diamondbacks 3.5 back in that wild, wild West.
Well, as we get set to go down to
You like that one, Terry?
We go to the 9th inning here, and the Angels seem to be in real good shape in this ball game, leading at 8-1. A number of changes, though, for the Angels. Whole new outfield, as Eric Young Jr. is coming to play left. Michael Hermosillo is playing center. Jabari Blash is the right fielder. Almonte on the mound, replacing Robles, and the first pitch is in there on Profar for strike 1. No changes as far as the Angels infield. Here's a little tapper hit to third. It's fielded there by Ward, and his throw is in plenty of time to get Profar 1 away.
Well, the game started with an oh me, oh my, but what a game by Frankie Arcia in this game. That's an oh me, oh my. 2 home run performance. Had to get that one in for you, Terry.
That was some good news tonight. So here is Gallo at the plate and the pitch, and that one is fouled back. Well, as we are here in the 9th inning, I want to say thanks for inviting me in for the next couple of games. Victor will be back here tomorrow. I'll slide a few doors down to Angels Radio.
Thanks for coming by, Terry.
It was
a pleasure working
nice
with you
to
again.
visit with the whole crew here at Fox Sports West. And always glad to provide a couple victories when
you have.
Step in the booth. I got Gooby Tuesdays back on track after little losing streak, and tonight's looking pretty good as well.
We also got the reference of Pitbull and Mr. Worldwide. That's you.
Is that the third or fourth time tonight?
Third time. But who's keeping count?
No, nobody's keeping score.
No, not at all.
1-2 is the count.
That is you, though.
Well, ever since on one of the Gooby Tuesdays, you asked me who one of my favorite artists was, recording artists, and I told you Pitbull. I knew that would come back to haunt me. So sure enough, it has the last couple nights, many times. 2-2 is the count here on Gallo. He homered his last time up. Almonte's next pitch, and that one there is chased and missed, and he got him with a good-looking breaking ball right there. That's his second out here in the ninth.
Stayed on top of that one really, really well. 12-6 break. See that spin and straight down, swing and miss.
This is only Almonte's fourth appearance this season for the Angels. Angels acquired him way back in early April from Kansas City. We didn't see him in spring training. He was an Angels property then. There's a pitch that misses for a ball. And Almonte missed some time this season with a right shoulder injury. He was sidelined for a couple of months in the minors this year. Hasn't pitched a whole lot, period. 1 ball, no strikes to count.
Another good break of ball.
Yep, on the outside corner. Almonte, a few years ago when he was in the Royals system, was regarded as one of their upper echelon farmhands. This guy had some pretty good seasons in the minors. Power arm, pitch fouled off down the left side, and now the batter Chirinos is down to his final strike, and the Rangers are down to their final out here in this ball game. Eight 8-1 Angels here in the ninth. There's a check swing. He was holding the appeal down to the first base umpire, Nick Lentz. Here's the next one, and that's chopped foul over on the left side. A win will put the Angels back at the 500 mark. Here's the 2-2, and that one is chased and missed. He struck him out. Angels come away with the victory here tonight, beating the Texas Rangers here in the wrap-up game of this series, 8-1. Angels take 2 out of 3.
And what a solid game for Frankie Arcia. He is our Land Rover above and beyond player of the game. 2 home runs, he doubled 4 RBIs. In 11 career games here at the Big A, 5 home runs, 17 RBI. Jose Fernandez, back-to-back games with home runs. A great throw by Mike Trout in the outfield. Felix Pena, dominant once again. It's great to see him go out and get some run support, winning his first game here at the Big A with 2 wins on the road this season.
So a nice series for the Angels. Everybody pleased with what happened here for the most part, especially the last couple of games, and it was nice to see the offense come to life a little bit tonight.
Yeah, that was, and Mike Socha's club really getting, it's good to see that after a solid road trip, come back with a solid start to this homestand, going 2 of 3 against Texas, back to that 500 mark at 73 and 73. Yeah, now Alex Curry down there with the start of the game. Take it away, Alex.
Francisco, what a game for RBI, including 2 home runs. All 5 of your home runs have come here at Angel Stadium. What is it about playing here at the Big A in front of these fans?
You know, I just try to hit the ball, put in play. I have to say thank you to the fans for the support all year, so it's pretty hard.
A special feeling getting your first 2 home run game?
Yes, I still feel amazing. You know, I try to do my job, play hard. But I say thank you, fans, for coming.
And Felix Pena picking up his first home win with 6 shutout innings. What did he do well tonight?
You know, we in the same page all game. We attack every hitting, and we're doing good.
This team has won 6 of the last 7 games, back at that 500 mark. What have you seen from this group in the last couple weeks?
We're like a family here in the clubhouse, outside the field. So that's just part for us.
Congratulations on an incredible game.
Thank you.
Angels take the series and are back at the 500 mark with tonight's 8-1 win over Texas. But don't go anywhere, because we're going to break it all down on Angels Live with Kent French, Mark Gubaza, and Jose Mota right here on Fox Sports West.